Hey everybody, tonight I am going to be making some chicken lasagna Alfredo rolls in my Ninja Combi. I'm going to be doing two different functions. The first one is the Combi Crisp, just so I can cook up my chicken, and then I'm going to use the bake function. With that being said, I need to add 1 cup of water to the Combi pan for the steam, like so. And my recipe only calls for 2 cups of cooked shredded chicken, so I'm only using 2 full-size chicken breasts here to cook, just because that should be a decent amount. I need to grab my brush. You get to brush your chicken breasts with oil before you put them in there, just so you can get that nice crispy exterior. So I'm going to go ahead and place my chicken on the crisper tray. Set that out of the way and grab that. And nothing fancy, you're just going to brush it on there. Like so, just to make sure that both of your breasts are evenly coated. If you want to get really crafty, you can flip them over and do the other side, just to make sure you have the full effect, which, you know, why not? I got time. So, we'll just do this. And we're going to be cooking them at 375 for 15 to 20 minutes. So, and once they're done, we'll get them all shredded up. And in the meantime, I'll prep the rest of my ingredients to go with my recipe here. So that's the gist of that. I'm going to wash my hands really quick here. Alright, I am ready to put this inside my Ninja Combi. So I'm going to put it on level 1 down there. I believe so. Now that I'm saying that, I better double check, because I am going off the Combi Crisp chart on page 36. And where did it go? There it is. It's 375 for 15 to 20 minutes, like I said. So we'll go ahead and get that shut, and we're going to start that. And as you see, we are on the air fry side. We are going to flip it over, and I want to go down to Combi Crisp at 375, and we're going to start it at 15. And so it's going to build up steam first before it starts cooking my chicken. But I will be back when it's done. Alright, so as you can see, I got 1 minute and 16 seconds left on my 2 chicken breasts here. I'm going to be shredding them as soon as they're done. But I just wanted to come on here and give you guys another up-close view while my chicken is cooking. Obviously, I did not spray an 8x8 pan because I'm going to be using the Combi pan to bake all of my goodness in. I am going to be boiling, well, I actually already am boiling my 9 lasagna noodles for 12 minutes. You want to cook them until they're al dente, and that would be 12 minutes. So I already have a timer set for that. And then once they are all cooked, we will get ready to assemble them and the chicken and Alfredo sauce and all the good stuff, and put them back in the Combi to bake. Alright, so while my lasagna noodles are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and pour a ½ cup of Alfredo sauce in the bottom of the Combi pan that I just cleaned out after cooking the chicken. I have made this recipe before, and it is very, very good. And I'm just going to kind of move it along here, just so it's fairly coated and try not to, because your noodles are going to be on here, and so, alright, I can't wait. I gotta use this one. But I just want to make sure it's all coated evenly, and you'll notice that even in my directions it said to spray your pan with non-stick coating. I forgot that step, so oh well, but now the pan is coated, so I'm going to go ahead and shred up my chicken really quick. Alright, so my 9 lasagna noodles just ended, so I drained them and I rinsed them off with cold water, and I will get ready to pat them dry in just a minute. I am almost done shredding my chicken. I am just going to get a measuring cup so I can measure out exactly 2 cups of shredded chicken for my recipe, and we'll keep going. Alright, so as you can see, I have laid out my lasagna noodles on paper towels, and I am just blotting them dry really quick just to get any excess moisture off, because we're getting ready to pour Alfredo sauce and oregano and chicken and all kinds of good stuff on them. I only was able to save 8 of my noodles. My 9th one did not survive the cook, but that's alright. And I only ended up using 1 of my chicken breasts because that ended up being just 2 cups, which is perfect. So with that, my recipe here says to drain and rinse the noodles with cold water to prevent them from sticking to each other, and then lay them out, which is what I just did. And then it said to spread about 2 tablespoons of Alfredo sauce over each noodle, and then you're going to sprinkle oregano and garlic salt on top of the sauce, excuse me. I do not have any garlic salt, I just have garlic powder, so let me go grab those really quick. Alright, so I got everything I need. Got my oregano, got my garlic powder, and my Alfredo sauce and chicken. Oh, I thought my daughter was going to give me a little piece of candy, but she decided not to.
You are right.
So, with that being said, I know I probably sound like a broken record here, but alright. I have not made this in a little bit, so bear with me. Alright, about 2 tablespoons, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here a little bit, and then spread it. And I can be a little more generous with this just because of the simple fact that I only have 8 noodles instead of 9. But you just want to get everybody, all the noodles nice and sauced. So, but it is really delicious once it's all done. So, it doesn't have to be perfect, because you're going to use the rest of the sauce anyway to pour over all of your noodles once you get them in the pan. So, that's the nice thing is, and you know, I mean, making food sometimes is messy, and that's part of the fun, I think. I mean, but I enjoy cooking, obviously. So I don't mind making a mess if it's going to turn out and be super delicious. So I've only used just not even a half a cup of sauce for these. So, like I said, it does not have to be pretty by any means, because you're going to be rolling it up anyway. Alright, so I'm done with that part, and then you're going to sprinkle on your oregano and garlic salt, like I said. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball mine. There's no exact measurements for this, for the seasonings, so you can put a little or a lot. It just is your preference. So, oops. And then one guy ends up being a little more sauce than the other ones, but that's alright.
I cooked some biscuit.
Yep. All right. And same with your garlic powder. And I honestly couldn't tell you where I got the recipe from, but I've had this recipe for a while now, years. And step number 3 says to take 1/9 of the shredded chicken and spread it out evenly over each noodle. And then we're going to add approximately 3 tablespoons of mozzarella cheese to each noodle. You are using a total of 3 cups of cheese. So with that, I'm just going to, again, just kind of eyeball it since I got, a few noodles to fill here. I just want to make sure that everybody gets some chicken. And then I'll go back and add more chicken as needed to whatever noodle that looks like it needs a little bit more. But yeah. And actually in the past when I've made this recipe, I have cubed my chicken instead of shredded it. So this is going to be a new thing. I decided that I was actually going to do it like it said to, which was shred the chicken. And I think that might actually end up being a little bit better. But we shall see. So yeah, now everybody has all their chicken, so I'm just going to go back and add chicken to some that looks like it could use a little bit more. And you can use your best guess on these, so it's entirely up to you because, at the end of the day, you're going to be the one cooking it. I'm just showing you how I'm doing mine. And I got my little kitchen helper right now. Oh, no, she's leaving. Alright. And I actually am going to end up with a little bit left over just because I didn't have that 9th noodle like I needed. But that's alright because we get to improvise. So, chicken's on, so next is the cheese. And again, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. So use your best judgment for whatever 3 tablespoons looks like for you. So, almost to the end here. Okay. One more noodle to go and then we'll start the roll-up process. So, alright. And now the part where it gets a little messy. There's no rhyme or reason. You just start rolling. And the best way is you're going to have to lift it up a little bit to get it off the paper towel. And you don't necessarily want to squish too much because all of your good stuff will fall out. But again, it's not going to be pretty by any means, but that's alright because at the end you're going to bake it anyway. So,
let's see.
And you want to place them seam side down.
Hi, Mama. What are you doing?
So, I have officially rolled all 8 of my lasagna noodles, and so we are ready. We are ready to
Hey, she's got it.
finish up. And so with that, place rolls seam side down so that all the good stuff won't fall out. And then once they are all in the pan, pour the remaining Alfredo sauce over the top, which, as you can see, I have 1 1/4 cups left. So make sure again that everybody gets some more Alfredo sauce over the top. And then we're gonna bake it at, well, of course we gotta add in the remaining mozzarella cheese, but okay. And my remaining cheese from this bag is going to be roughly a cup, so technically I need 1 more cup. So I could have probably used a little bit more cheese on each roll, but that's all right. I am going to open up my other bag that I have there because, you know, who doesn't love cheese? So we'll do a little bit more. Cheesier the better. Yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. We're going to bake at 350 for about 30 minutes or until your cheese bubbles. So, I'll move you guys back over there a tiny bit. And so, I'll put it on the bottom level 1 here. And close it. Alright. And I'm doing the combi. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go back over here just to the good old air fry side and bake it 350 like I said for about, I'm going to go with 30 like it says, and it's going to preheat, but it's already in there, so I will check on it in about 15 minutes or so. Alright, so as you can see I got about 4 minutes left, and to me that's nice and bubbly, so I'm going to call that good and take it out. So set that there. Grab my oven mitt. I'm gonna stop it like I said, because to me it looks like it's nice and done. Oh yeah, for sure. And then just let that cool down for a little bit. Yes, that is how you make chicken Alfredo lasagna rolls in your Ninja Combi using the Combi Crisp function along with the bake function.